Welcome to Pointless Rewind, where I'm going to be sarcastically guiding you through specific missions in Hitman. This will be everything from my first inept attempt till I nail all the objectives with Silent Assassin. Today I'm talking about the featured contract, Perfect Organism. This is the last Halloween-themed contract that I plan on doing. Otherwise, I'd never get to the contracts that are next in IO's roadmap. But if there are any that you guys want me to do, just let me know, and I'll try to make it happen. Also, if you could like and subscribe to my channel, I dare say that you may be the perfect organism in my eyes. But anyway, this contract takes place in Chongqing. You have 5 targets, all within the ICA facility, and you have to take them out with melee weapons, all in your suit. 47 begins his quest for perfection, out in the rain, schmoozing with this lady. His chances of being the perfect organism are almost immediately dashed as he abandons this lady in the middle of a conversation. You can't be a perfect organism if you can't carry a conversation like that, 47. As he ruminates about his flaws, he walks by these chefs and to this overhang. Now, 47 may not be much of a talker, but he's a damn good listener, which is why the chicks love him and why he's able to break into top secret facilities like the ICA facility here. 47 follows this blabbermouth down into the facility. He tries to get his bearings, at one point hiding under these stairs, thinking maybe a troll is the perfect organism, before realizing that makes no sense because trolls are under bridges, not staircases. So he goes into this maintenance room. 47 spots his target walking back and forth while there's this other guard sitting right next to him. 47 tosses a coin to distract him, but fails to distract anyone. He then hops in and out of this maintenance shaft. This guy isn't facing him, but he should see the contrast between 47's outfit and the pristine white surroundings of the facility. But that guy obviously didn't notice, making him unsuitable as a candidate for the perfect organism. 47 decides to test out this guard's lack of spatial awareness and shoots a bullet into the ground and then draws him with another coin. Just as he suspects, this idiot doesn't notice the big gaping hole where the ventilation grate should be. So 47 takes him out. After hiding his body, 47 goes right up to his target and stabs him in the back, hides his body, and heads to this main hallway. He takes out the security camera, but can't get through this security door because it requires a Tier 2 access level. He begins his search for a Tier 2 dongle in earnest, which is actually a metaphor for shooting this lady in the bathroom. This buddy of hers sees her grisly demise, but he's safe because he's behind bulletproof glass. Oh no, he's not safe at all. He's running right towards where 47 is shooting at these other witnesses. All of them are executed, and all of them showed varying degrees of imperfection. Thankfully, it shows that 47 is no longer compromised, so he's safe for now. So he walks into this room to check up on the corpses. Oh no, it's the security room! 47 turns on his heels and tries to get out, but the doors have been sealed. And he and these corpses are stuck in this room while the scanner lazes over them. But there was nothing to be concerned about. That scanner detects nothing, despite the fact that there are 2 corpses and 47 has weapons on him. He starts to walk out of this room, but immediately notices that this lady saw essentially everything. Things are getting dicey. 47 needs to hustle, so he heads into this locker room. 47's instinct kicks in, telling him there's this guard approaching. But then it fails him when it doesn't tell him this other guard's coming right behind him. He's in good company, though, because this lady's instinct drives her to walk in here in the middle of a bloodbath to check on that scanner. 47 then takes out a couple other guards on his way upstairs, some of whom keep turning in the wrong direction when dealing with him. I don't know, man. None of these people are measuring up to perfection. Perhaps the least perfect organism of this imperfect lot is this idiot in the technician's outfit. She is rightfully scared out of her mind after passing all of these dead bodies and cowering in this hallway. But no amount of blood-curdling fear and terror is going to keep her from turning excitedly towards the sound of a coin, nor from expressing joy in these perilous times.
Nothing! Yes! Clear!
Come on, lady, read the room. 47 tries to draw this miserably selfish wretch into the room further, but par for the course, he draws the wrong person at this point. Luckily, it's a member of the facility security. 47 has long since lost Silent Assassin, so he's thinking he could just take his disguise and try to finish off his mission without worrying about meeting his no disguise change objectives. That money-hungry lady runs by and yells in exasperation.
Oh my god.
She sounds less concerned about the bodies and more concerned that there isn't money all over the floor for her. 47 then walks into the main area and sees members of the facility guard, but they quickly walk away while this male civilian checks his phone and this female civilian dances a little jig. As all of these guards are running around in a commotion, 47 quietly snags that tier 2 dongle. What is a dongle anyway? I've never actually heard of that in real life, but anyway. He then marches down into level 2 using that dongle. While doing this, he does note that the guards seem unusually focused on cleaning up the bodies rather than finding the perpetrator. 47 would handle this much differently, but that's why they get paid the big bucks. Once he's down to this level, he spots Imogen Royce, who has managed to bring together 2 of 47's targets. 47 ponders whether the perfect organism would be one who fosters togetherness and community a la Imogen, then decides, screw that, I want to be alone, and stabs this guy in the neck. Imogen has pulled that other target away from here, so 47 moves on to his next target, one of these guards beneath the security camera guarding the stairwell. As he'd already noted that these guys are hyper-focused on cleanliness, 47 immediately starts just making a general mess of things. And it seems to work. That guard is getting more and more agitated as he follows this mess. 47 fires one more bullet to draw that guard's attention back, and to his shock, this 4th bullet hole sends this guard into a suspicious frenzy. He just does not want to clean up this mess. This guy might not have been in the running for the perfect organism, but he is definitely not a perfect employee, which 47 makes quite clear with his performance appraisal. Of course, this contract required a melee kill, so he's not going to be doing too hot in his performance appraisal either. As that body is right there in the middle of the room, he knows that Imogen Royce is coming, and she is going to give him an earful about his shoddy work. So he scampers off and hides in the security office. Imogen and her guard, who is 47's 4th target, find the body. Imogen goes to confront this guard personally, likely to reprimand him for making such a huge mess. 47 would rather die than get a poor performance appraisal from Imogen Royce. So he shoots Imogen in front of her guard, rushes over and gets in a firefight with him. Then, after stealing his clothes, he rushes into the security room where he is finally put down. Wow, that was a train wreck. But one of the perks of 47's job is that perfection is not expected immediately. Repetition is encouraged, and he's allowed to repeat himself as many times as necessary. So 47 begins run number 2. Run number 2 starts and ends with 47 being seen by this lady here and being shot to death due to his impatience. But one of the perks of 47's job is that perfection is not expected immediately. Repetition is encouraged, and he's allowed to repeat himself as many times as necessary. So 47 begins run number 3. Run number 3 starts very similarly, except 47 shows more patience and gets into the ICA facility undetected. He snuffs out his first target's life in the same ways as he did in his first run. It's a good thing these guys never turn around, otherwise they would have spotted 47. But is it actually a good thing? Because when 47 goes into this hallway and shoots out the security camera, one of the guards spots him precisely because he never turned away from that window. With his cover blown, 47 rushes back into this area. The guard who noticed him doesn't question why this automatic door opens, despite the fact that he saw the intruder running back in this general direction. His less than perfect ability to make rudimentary conclusions proves to be fatal when he takes far too long to realize 47 is shooting at him and ends up with a shot in the head. 47 hides in this locker, but damn it, those guards' insistence on maintaining a clean facility has infected 47. He must clean up his mess. So he leaves the locker and grabs that body in full view of another guard and drags it back into the locker. Eventually, the heat dies down. All the guards go back to work. It was a traumatic day, but it's time to get back into some sort of a routine. So 47 leaves the locker and goes back into that hallway where he was spotted. Thankfully, the guards don't notice him. I mean, they'd have no reason to expect something to be sneaking in this area. It's not like they spotted something earlier. 47 then heads into the vetting office where there are these 2 dudes and grabs one of their dongles, which sounds about right. 47 goes down into the level 2 security area and kills one of his targets near this desk. spraying his blood all over the desk. He then hides the body and hides behind this wall. Imogen and her guard walk in. Imogen wonders aloud where that guy went, not questioning why that desk is just bathed in blood. 47 draws her guard over with a coin and guts him, leaving more blood for Imogen not to notice. I thought they were all about cleanliness at this facility. 47's not so sure, so he drops his gun out in the open, hoping that his next target will do the right thing and clean it up. The guard does exactly as 47 plans, and 47 kills him messily on the white floor. Yep, that's more blood on that pristine white floor for Imogen to casually disregard. Luckily, 47 had already tucked away this body in this corner, so Imogen didn't notice that. That doesn't seem like something she'd be cool with. 47 needs a clear route down to the bottom floor, so he draws the dead guard's buddy upstairs using a banana. The guy is mortified by the horrifically disgusting mess he sees up here.
Oh, come the fuck on.
To be clear, he's not reacting to the blood. He's reacting to that banana. It was probably a little bit mushy. Ugh, that's just disgusting. 47 takes the guy out and this other guard downstairs before trying to figure out how to approach his final target, who is in this tucked away room. Unfortunately, his path is blocked by another guard and like 3 of these technicians. As 47 distracts his way into that room, he's actually seen a couple of times by this guard, but he doesn't do anything.
So much faster than
Assuming him to be a docile organism, 47 rushes in, but this guard shows his true colors. He saw 47 all along. He drew him in closer and closer, and like a pufferfish, activates his defense mechanisms. My God, what a creature. Despite the relative ease with which 47 puts this magnificent beast down, he concludes that this is in fact his perfect organism. Having made mankind's most important discovery, but having done so quite noisily, 47 rushes his target, kills her really quickly, then rushes back out and demolishes this non-target, all in the name of science. He then sneaks his way all the way back up through the ICA facility and exits on this motorcycle. But one of the perks of 47's job is that perfection is not expected immediately. Repetition is encouraged, and he's allowed to repeat himself as many times as necessary. So now it's time for run number 4. Run 4 is a pointless waste of time because, again, 47's impatience gets the best of him as he rushes this target too quickly. He turns around and sees 47, so 47 just quits. But one of the perks of 47's job is that I think, actually, they're starting to get a little bit fed up by the repetition here. Run number 5 is somehow even worse than run number 4 because this happens.
Dispatch. I've got a body on the ground. Hold on.
I think it's safe to say that no amount of repetition is going to make 47 into the perfect organism. Run number 6 starts with 47 perfecting some of his imperfections from previous imperfect runs. He's patient with the lady getting into the storage container. He handles the body of this incapacitated guard correctly so that the target doesn't notice, and he takes out this guard at the appropriate time so that no one turns around and spots him. One dongle later, and 47 has killed his second target and still has Silent Assassin. He now needs to wait for Imogen to bring his third target over to him. While he's waiting, he decides to investigate these maintenance shafts. To his delight, he finds this ladder that leads him directly behind the perfect organism, right next to his 5th target, the one that he couldn't figure out how to get Silent Assassin with. But 47 needs level 3 clearance to get in through here. Thankfully, he knows that Imogen's guard has a level 3 dongle, so once 47's killed him, he should be good to go. So he pops back up here to wait for Imogen and the target. They show up. Imogen does her thing where she wonders where the guy went, despite the fact that there's a literal bloodbath next to her. Neither she nor her guard, who has a level 3 security clearance, notice these open maintenance shafts. After Imogen leaves, 47 draws that guard with some suspicious sounds coming from near this open maintenance shaft. The guard, who again has level 3 security clearance, that's like high. That means that they're good at security. Like, can you imagine this guy dealing with the necromorphs from Alien or that guard downstairs, both of whom are perfect organisms? So 47 does his part for the world and tries to snuff out a little bit of that imperfection. He then grabs that level 3 clearance and goes back downstairs behind this magnificent creature. 47 then takes out this camera, puts on some mood lighting in this room to get his target in the mood, and then he does what he does. Just one target remaining. 47 doesn't have the patience to wait for Imogen to come back. He's just going to go kill his target and drag his body away from Imogen's patrol route. Luckily, he's fairly well versed in this particular target and is able to kill him with minimal fuss. He regrets not waiting for Imogen though, because he panics when moving the body and sticks him in a weirdly obvious spot instead of several more appropriate spots. Luckily, no one finds him during his foray back out of the ICA facility, and he escapes with Silent Assassin on this motorcycle. So that's Perfect Organism. And even though finding an NPC that actually behaved like the Perfect Organism was always going to be a losing effort, this is, if not my favorite, at least tied for my favorite with Hitman and the Iron Mask for my favorite featured contracts from the Halloween set. I just think the targets are well designed, and I just love the tension of infiltrating the ICA facility. Like, I've never actually enjoyed Chongqing as a map, but this was a lot of fun. You know what else I've heard is fun? Hitting the like and subscribe buttons. I've heard that that's just this joyous occasion for the fingers, so I'd say try it out, see how it feels, and keep on doing it. Tell everyone else to do it, because it's just an amazing feeling, apparently. And I love doing these, so more likes, more followers. That stuff encourages me to try to be the best organism that I can possibly be. Thanks for watching.